So where do I begin? Who is Puck? Puck is the goat. Not really, he's an elf. What kind of elf? The nursing kind. But wait, there's more. He is without a doubt one of the most influential characters in the Berserk series because of his close relation to the astral world and the fact that he's been there with Guts since day one. So him falling off doesn't really make sense, does it? Except that it does. Well, at least in some people's minds. So what went wrong? Puck's been really helpful. He was nursing Guts at the dungeon where he was hanged and where we got this iconic image. He was there helping to heal his wounds against Rosine. You get the picture. He's had goat-like status in his healing abilities. But that's not all. He's not a first aid kit. Wait, he's not just a first aid kit. Puck's been real helpful for the longest of time. Like, literally when most of us were in our dads' loins. During that time, this guy was helping Guts defeat evil monsters. He's that kind of a Chad. Okay, let's do chronology here. Black Swordsman arc. Puck made his appearance. He was a damsel in distress. Wait, damsel? Is that the correct word? He was tied up and was about to be killed. Guts saved him. Except he didn't. He doesn't like the weak. Ah, edgy Guts. He never ceased to amaze me. Now Puck's in debt. He helps him by healing him, but he also senses Guts' malice and fear. This is why he hasn't fallen off. He can still sense pain, but more on that later. He felt the pain of edgy Guts and his edgy words, ultimately realizing that the man was more broken than my audience retention rate. During that arc, Puck did a lot. He was good friends with both Vargas and Theresia, which is important. But what is important is that he grounded Guts. He did that at a point where no one could or would. He did the same in the Conviction Saga as well. In the Lost Children chapter, he showed us the difference between true elves and the pseudo-apostle elves that Rosine created. Again, at this point he did the same. During both of those chapters, he controlled and grounded an unhinged Guts from his onslaught. He wasn't successful though, far from it. But he did that. Considering the size difference, that's kinda good. During Lost Children's ending, he sends Guts' pain and fear that arose from that scene. You know, the one with Corcus. During the Conviction arc, he had another development. He met the Skull Daddy. Both were surprised, both marveling in surprise at each other's elven presence and aura. Then things went downhill. He was good up until the Conviction arc, but then he dumped down. I agree, I have nothing against you. In both Millennium Falcon and Fantasia, Puck was reduced to a chestnut head. He didn't do much except being a chestnut head, and his healing abilities were delegated to Cherokee. But now, I'll go stupid. I'll defend Puck. I'll say he added a certain comedic relief to the whole scene. If he couldn't complete one role, he certainly did the other. That is what was good about him. I won't lie, it was well needed. Both the arcs were pretty bad in terms of the amount of violence, but here's the thing, they were not as bad as the Conviction and Lost Children chapters. Both of them were extreme to the brink, but in Fantasia's Elfhelm chapter, we had expectation that his character would develop to a certain extent. Why? Because he was in Elfhelm, but Elfhelm was destroyed by Griffith, so bummer I guess. But now, we are at a point in the video where I will try to make sense. Look at this face. This is from 375. This kind of face is the same face Puck makes when he's concerned. Two instances I remember of this face coming up before are these two. Studio Gaga made Puck look like that. Gone is the chestnut head. He's a thing of the past. At least till now, because we don't know when the new chapter will come out. There's a certain concern on Puck's mind. Rightly so, because the Guts he knew is now finished and has lost all purpose. While a lot of you might feel that Puck is done for, I think that the future is bright for his character. But I won't lie, I love the old chestnut head and bring him back with that same mix as the Lost Children arc. It'd be so dope. Thanks for watching.